there any question out of this?
I had one question. See, in Surah Baqarah, I believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ujibu da'wat al-da'i idha da'an. I respond to the caller when he calls on to me. Right? The key word is respond. But how come sometimes we hear like a mother's dua is accepted for her children, or we make dua, but we don't see the response? I know like there's 3 different kinds of acceptance, but that's acceptance. And here in the Quran, Allah saying, I respond to you. So if I am asking for a job and Allah saying, I'm responding to you, then it's like, how come we don't see that manifest?
Okay. You know what? You said that Allah Azza wa Jal said in Surah Al-Baqarah, Ujibu da'wat al-da'i idha da'an. And this is our big problem in understanding Quran. And this way of thinking, a lot of people do many bad things for religion. And they said, okay, we have the proof from the Quran. We have the proof from the Quran. Every ayah, we should go through all the ayah. To whom Allah will respond if you call him? To everyone?
To the caller. Caller. It doesn't say Muslim.
Everyone who call?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
From where you are sure?
From this ayah.
What the ayah said?
If you call, I will respond.
No.
It says the caller though. It doesn't say Muslim.
No. Please go back to the ayah.
What is
Go back to the ayah and see what is the ayah. You see how we change our subject? Now we change completely our subject.
That's why I'm like scared to ask.
No, ask. Don't afraid to ask. Allah.
So,
You didn't get it because I'm search for the next step. I didn't search for the my fault. I try to find it to you.
وإذا سألك عبادي عني. I respond to the servant when he calls.
What is servant? What is the ayah?
Yeah.
وإذا سألك عبادي عني عبادي عني فإني قريب. If my ibad. Now we will return to what is his ibad. وإذا سألك عبادي عني. So if my ibad ask you about me, so I am close. I will respond to them if they call me. Now, to know who is ibadi, go to Surah Al-Furqan. Al-Furqan 64. To see who is ibadi.
Yes. Definition. 64.
Yeah.
And those who pass.
Just no. Go one back. One step back. 36.
36.
Yeah. 63. 63. Now, who is ibadi? If we ask Allah, okay, Allah said, you know how the Quran explain the Quran. The Quran is one unity. Allah Azza wa Jal will not mention in every place. He consider you or consider me or consider anyone understand and connect the he said that وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي. He will not explain who are ibadi because he explained about ibadi in another place. What did Allah talk about? وَعِبَادُ الرَّحْمَنِ. Who are they? Now, If those ask Allah, I guarantee Allah will respond to them. The Quran said, but not everyone ask Allah, Allah will respond to him. This is a false idea. You know, when Allah responds to, when Allah mention you, when you mention him, فَاذْكُرُونِي أَذْكُرْكُمْ. Mention me, I will mention you. You see how? When Allah said, أُدْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ. يعني we should start. And if we didn't start, Allah will not
Initiate.
give. Especially in this, of course, Allah give us a lot as a starting. And Allah give it for everyone. سَخَّرَ لَكُمْ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Allah give us everything. But Allah Azza wa Jal later on put a bill to us, put a plan to us, how to understand this, how to follow. This is one of the most problem that the Muslim didn't succeed today. Why we didn't succeed today? Why we didn't finish our understanding of Islam today? Because I will ask you something. If you miss the battery in your car, will the car turn on and work?
No.
Only everything is. If you miss the water, just the water, did the car will start? No. If you miss so for this reason, the car is one unity. When it doesn't matter. It's old. It's new. It's Tesla. It's Kia. It doesn't matter. But it should be complete. You know, this is what the Muslim misunderstanding today, and this is one of the disease the people of the book were before us. Today, I will give you a fact. There is no a lot differentiation in the mentality, in the acting of the Muslim or Christian or the people of religion nowadays. It's a fact. We are like them exactly. We are acting like them precisely. Oh, what are you saying? The people will say you are. Yeah, I didn't say this. I am a poor person. I am not in the level to say about all the Muslim or all the scholar. I didn't say this. Who did say this? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. What? Yes, Rasulullah said this. Rasulullah said in the hadith, لَتَتَّبِعُنَّ سُنَنَ مَنْ كَانَ قَبْلَكُمْ. You will follow the people who are before you. شِبْرًا بِشِبْرٍ وَذِرَاعًا بِذِرَاعٍ. Inch by inch and yard by yard. وَلَوْ دَخَلُوا فِي جُحْرِ ضُبٍّ لَدَخَلْتُمُوهُ. And if they go into the nest or the house or the hole of lizard, you will follow it. Oh. And they said, oh Rasulullah, Christian and Jews. And Rasulullah, oh, who is ever? Yeah. Who else? And now, unfortunately, do you know why we didn't understand this hadith? Who told me why we didn't understand this hadith? What is the main reason we don't understand this hadith? The main reason that most of our khutbah and our speech, they talk, look, you make the tree of the Christmas, you are follow the other nation. So our problem is the Christmas tree. Most of the people talking about the Christmas tree, about the Jains, about the hamburger. Where's the main issue? Where the main disease of the people of the book? The main disease is the Christmas tree. And when they talk about لَتَتَّبِعَنَّ سُنَنَ مَنْ كَانَ قَبْلَكُمْ, I listened to this hadith thousands of times, but I didn't see the main disease. One of the main disease. one of the main disease, one of the big issue that أتؤمنون ببعض الكتاب وتكفرون ببعض. Do you believe in a part in some ayat and you disbelieve in the other ayat? This is how the people of the book, they believe in some ayat and disbelieve in some ayat. And this is how the Muslim act today. He said, oh, there is an ayah. You see how, just a minute, most of you said, no, what are you talking, Sheikh? There is an ayah, Allah responds. And I said, no, you misunderstand the ayat, because this ayat explained by other ayat. So this is one of the most problem. Our problem that we believe in some book, in the ayat in the book, and disbelieve in the ayat of the book. Usually there is 7 qira'at to the Quran, and there is something familiar, 14 qira'at, they say 14 qira'at, and I add to them one, I mentioned them 15. Oh, what this qira'ah? I add to them the satanic reading of the Quran. There is satanic reading, yeah. One time they asked Lucifer, Iblis, do you memorize Quran? He said, yes, of course, it's the word of Allah. You are Iblis? And he said, yes. What did you memorize from the Quran? Waylun lil musallin. Woo to the prayer. Continue. No, it's enough. I just Waylun lil musallin is a part from the Quran. But if you put just Waylun lil musallin, it will be a big problem. Today there are a lot of people reciting the Quran in this way, in the way of Waylun lil musallin. He just do you memorize another? He said, yes. لا تقربوا الصلاة. Don't pray. Yeah, yes, there is لا تقربوا الصلاة in the Quran. But وأنتم سكارى. Don't pray when you are drunk. But if you say don't pray and stop, what is this? This is the satanic way of reciting the Quran. Quran is one unity. Quran is one story. Start with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, and finish with the Min al-Jannati wal-Nas. This is the only lonely divine document we have as a humankind. What is this? This is the only lonely divine document as Allah sent to us still exists. And everyone know now these facts. I didn't see something. Everyone know these facts. And everyone know. And you know what? This is make a great responsibility in our shoulder. Great responsibility. Because if you are seeing between the blinds, you have a great
treasure.
You have a great responsibility also. You have to lead them to. You only see if you are only have GPS between million of God and only you have the GPS. You have to be in front of and help everyone to follow you. This is now the GPS for humanity. For what? For what? For as-sirat al-mustaqim. For what? For heaven. For what? For not peace. Islam didn't call for peace. Some Muslims say, oh, we are Islam, the religion of peace. And no, we as a Muslim don't call for peace. Peace is a very low level in Islam. Islam called for mercy. Islam called for brotherhood. Islam called for love. Islam called peace is very
just a basic.
Allah didn't start the Quran with Bismillah as-salam, that by the name of Allah peace. He starts with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So Islam called for merciful. Islam called for men. This is the reality of Islam. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, why he be patient with the rejecter of Mecca? Can Rasulullah like thousands of manabir in Jum'ah? Oh, Allah destroyed the rejecter. Allahumma. If Rasulullah put his hand in Mecca and he said, oh Allah, destroy the rejectors.
We will not be here.
The world will be gone.
No, there is no Khalid ibn al-Walid, there is no Umar ibn al-Khattab, there is no Utbah ibn Abi Jahl, there is no one. If Rasulullah, what does that mean? That means our scholar, most, I don't say everyone, most of our, they didn't act like Rasulullah. We act by saying, oh, we follow Sunnah. We follow Sunnah. Yes, we follow the shape of the Sunnah. We follow the appearance of the Sunnah, but we are very far away from the reality of the Sunnah. Very far away. And we are very happy when we have the shape of the Sunnah. We are very happy. If someone bring to me the outside part of the Mercedes, the body of the Mercedes, with the wheels and everything. But just there is no engine and the staff inside it. And when you look to it, oh,
beautiful.
You are very happy. It's very beautiful. And I put it in my backyard and always I look. But when I will cry,
Try to start.
when I came to try it or to start it or to use it, now I will cry. We have a lot of mosques. We have a lot of, but when we came to real test, to real trial, we found that in reality, we have nothing. We have the body, we have the shape, we have and this is the reality. And this is not my talk. This is what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. تداعى عليكم الأمم. The nation will come to you. تداعى الأكلة على قصعتها. Like the animals when they came to eat. قالوا, they said, عن قلة نهزم يا رسول الله. Oh Rasulullah, we will defeat because we are little. He said, no, you are a lot. Alhamdulillah, 2 billion Muslims now. We are a lot. 100,000 of mosques now. I don't know if we get million mosques in the world. I don't know what is the real number. We are a lot. But in reality, أنتم يومئذ قليل. At that time, you are very few. Very few. Very few. Because of this, no one take care of us. Because of this, they humiliate us everywhere. Everywhere. In India, in Saudi Arabia, everywhere. They humiliate. Why? Because we are a lot? No, because we are few. Why? Because we don't understand the concept of our religion. Because we didn't put the engine of the car. One time, a person asked me, could we be like Sahaba of Rasulullah? Could we be like Sahaba of Rasulullah? Important question. I said, why not? Why not? Abu Bakr had 3 eyes and we have 2. Umar has 4 hands and we have 2. Ali has wings and we don't have. They are human like us. Why not? The sun rise over us is the same sun rays over Adam, Abraham, Jesus, Moses, Abu Bakr, Umar. It's the same. What does that mean? That means the law of Allah doesn't change. Allah has a law. Allah has a law. From the time of Abu Bakr to the end of judgment. From the time of Adam alayhi salam to the end of judgment. Anyone, black, white, Mexican, Filipino, Arab, Indian, follow this law, he will get the same result. That's it. That's it. Allah give the rule. What is this rule? اذكروني أذكركم. Make dhikr to me, mention to me, connect to me, I will connect to you. اذكروني أذكركم. What does that mean? It is only for Umar? It is only for Ali? It is only for Abu Bakr? Allah didn't mention any name. Allah didn't mention any nation. Allah didn't, any human make dhikr to Allah, Allah will make dhikr to him. But you make dhikr by your heart, by your feelings, by your reason, by your thinking, by your emotion, and Allah make dhikr to you by supporting you, by giving you the guidance to the straight way, by giving you the nur and giving you the power to know him and to connect to him. You mention Allah and you are poor. Allah mention you and he is the all rich. You mention Allah and you are ignorant, and Allah mention you and he is the all knowing. You mention Allah and you are weak, and Allah mention you and he has the all power. This is a rule. Anyone, any place, anywhere. One time I have a friend in Sham, in Damascus. And you know, there is a lot of hadith Rasulullah mentioned Bilad al-Sham, Bilad al-Sham, Bilad al-Sham. And really Bilad al-Sham is the cradle of the prophets. Where you are walking, oh, in this place Abraham was, in this place there is, everywhere there is a tomb for Nabiullah Yunus, there is a tomb for Nabi. This is a cradle of, and you know, because of this, there is a kind of spirituality and he asked me, how did you find Ramadan in Chicago? I said, very good. He said, where better, in Damascus or in Chicago? He make more pressure to me. He want me to say, oh, I miss the country, I miss how to eat food and go to suhoor. I said, in Chicago. And he shocked with this answer. I said, yes, because Allah, when the pressure is more, will give you more support, will give you more nur, will give you more. When you try to help the people, Allah will give you more and more and more, because you are His servant. وَعِبَادُهُ, you are one of His servant. You are one of the people who try to guide the people to the right way to Allah. This is the mission of the Anbiya. This is the mission of the Rasul. What are Anbiya and Rasul? Their rank is prophecy, Nabi, Rasul. But his mission is, what is mission that the Anbiya and Rasul? What is the mission?
Teach and guide.
Teachers. ربنا وابعث Abraham and Ismail make dua to Allah. ربنا وابعث فيهم رسولا منهم. Send to them a messenger from them. What? يتلو عليهم آياتي. Recite the Quran. ويعلمهم, and teach them الكتاب والحكمة ويزكيهم, and teach them the science of the book, and teach them the wisdom, and teach them and purify their soul. This is the mission. This is of the teachers. And every one of you now, every one of you should be on the way of the Prophet. How should be? By teaching. And we are ranks, we are levels, but you shouldn't be zero. Maybe someone 1 from 100 is okay. Someone 2, 3, but he tried to. But every one of us, if we are the nation of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we consider ourselves as a part of his nation, and consider ourselves people who follow Rasulullah. Rasulullah said, "Laysa minni," he is not from me. He is outside my nation. ليس مني. Who is? The person who didn't use miswak? The person who didn't have beer? Okay. The person who didn't wear a thawb? Who is? Rasulullah is not from me. He is outside my circle. ليس مني إلا عالم أو متعلم. You should be one of two. Someone who seek knowledge or a scholar who teach the people. I have no third party. I have no third. What are you? I didn't learn, I didn't teach. You are not from the nation of Prophet Muhammad. I have a thawb. I have a beer. My miswak. I have Utur Ambar from Mecca. I brought with me last. No. Rasulullah, this is the people who belong to Rasulullah. عالم أو متعلم. ليس مني إلا عالم أو متعلم. It is not from my nation except two people. Person who seeking knowledge, a person who is. So if now we look to the Ummah, how much of the people in this place, how much of the people in this understanding of the religion? So who are Ibadur Rahman that Allah responds to them? Allah described them in Surah Al-Furqan in an amazing way. وَعِبَادُ الرَّحْمَنِ الَّذِينَ يَمْشُونَ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ هَوْنًا. What he translated?
The servants of Rahman, the all-merciful Allah, are those who walk on the earth humbly, and when ignorant people speak to them, they reply peacefully.
What that mean? That means that they take everything easy. They take everything in a wise way. They don't push the people. There is hadith to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. ما أخذ بسيف الحياء فهو حرام. How I translate this hadith? ما أخذ بسيف الحياء. So if I push someone to do something by
Force.
not force, حياء, يعني make him shy. يعني I said, oh, Thaqib, you should make invitation to the. You are good, you are rich, you should be. And you said, and you make the invitation because I push you, not because you feel.
Out of pressure.
I have many circles. I have many people I teach. One of them is a very good group, and we have the class at their houses every time at someone's houses. And sometimes no one say I would like to do it in my house. So I have one of the people. He push, please, Sheikh, let us put list. Everyone should. I said no. Give them the chance. I would the word to come from them. My goal is Allah to reward them. I don't want to push them just to do what I want them to do. No, I want to do, and they have clear niyyah to Allah. Allah didn't look to your money. Allah, what is your money? What is the earth in front of Allah? All our earth in front of Allah. It's nothing. One time I went to a place in Japan. Really, I don't know what is this place. It's a long time ago. And they told me, and they have a very long stick, and there is a mountain, and there is a spring in this mountain. And they said, this is the mountain of the gods. They have a lot of gods. Yeah, okay. And what is this stick? There is a stick and there is a cup at the end of the stick. Very old style, but it's Japan. And there is a window. There is very high kind of purification. You just put everything and make it pure. Because a lot of people, you see, the very new civilization with the very old understanding. And I said, okay, what is this three things? They said, one for wisdom, one for health, one for wealth. So what? They said, you have to choose. I said, okay, let me drink from the three. I want. They said, no, you shouldn't do this. You will be greedy. So what? You have to choose one. It is the spring of the gods. They said, yes. So what? No. You shouldn't. You should leave to the other people. So you have to drink. You have to choose. I said, If I have the wisdom and I have the wealth and I don't have health,
What am I?
it doesn't mean if I have and I don't have wealth, I need. They said, no, you have. Okay. After they finished, I said, now sit down. Now I listen to you about your gods and how. Now I will tell you about my God. My God told us that if all the creation, what we know and what we didn't know, what we imagined and what we couldn't imagine, there are a lot what we see and what we couldn't see. If I gather all the creation in one place, and they ask me, what do they want? Everything, everything you can imagine, everything, and they ask me everything. This will not decrease from what I own. Like what if you put the needle in the ocean? If you put the needle in the ocean, how much it will take from the how much? Nothing. And if you put the needle in the ocean, the ocean will come down 1 inch or nothing. This is what they will take from what I own. I told them, this is my God. You see the difference between what you believe in and what I believe in? Your gods are poor. They have limited source. They have only 3 springs and they're afraid the spring to finish or to stop. What is this God who has, if you take 2 cups, he will lost control or lost the power or lost. We should know Allah. We should feel Allah. We should connect to Allah. All of you are my brother and sisters. And I will tell you a truth. One time, Allah will stop me between his hands and will ask me about you. And Allah will stop you between his hand and he will ask you. Keep understanding. وَلَنَسْأَلَنَّ الَّذِينَ وَلَنَسْأَلَنَّ both of them. Ask me about what I am saying to you and ask you about what I said to you. Today, nothing will go in the same way in the past. A lot of things new will take place. I didn't predict, but it is not a prediction if someone see very heavy clouds and they said you will have a rain after 1 hour or after 2 hours. It's not. Today, in our religion, we have a lot of clouds and we don't know. Thunder, lightning, rain, snow, storm, tornado. No one knows, but it looks like. So please, you should fix. If you have a tent, okay? If you have a tent, and you know that there is big storm will come, what you will do? If you have a tent and you know that a big storm, what you will do? You will put a lot of
Stabilization,
a lot of
support,
protection.
stakes,
and you put more and more, and you said, how much you put more, how much your tent will be secure and fixed. And I ask you, please fix the tent of your faith, because the tornado will come, will take off a lot of these tents. And I know what I am talking about. A lot of your tents. So please, how much you can put, it is your faith. It is the precious things you have. Anything You lose, you can replace. But if we lose our connection with Allah, if we lose our iman to Allah, if we lose any problem, we can solve it. Any problem, any big disaster, except to lose your faith and to live and to live this life, and you are losing your faith and you are losing your connection to Allah, because we forget that we are a passenger. We are a guest in this earth. It is not our Trinity land or eternal land. It's not eternal land to us. We just came a visitor. All of us, Adam, our father, came to here from somewhere. We will not go through the ulama and what they have there, but we are sure that he is coming from somewhere. And we will return back. And here is just for what? For tests. تبارك الذي بيده الملك. Surah Tabarak, everyone recited, it will help him in the grave. Why? Why? Because it gives us the fact very clear. تبارك الذي بيده الملك. Clarify who own everything. وهو على كل شيء قدير. And he can do everything. الذي خلق الموت والحياة. He created life and death. For what? ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا. To test you. Who is the best according to what? According to beauty? According to clothes? Who is the best according to his deeds in front of Allah? The deeds satisfy Allah. This is the test. This is the real test. He is long, he is short, he is fat, he is black, he is white. It doesn't matter. Allah didn't look to any of these. To any of these. Allah looked to reality. What is the reality? Your heart. Because all your deeds reflected in your heart. إن الله لا ينظر إلى صوركم وأجسادكم. In hadith that Allah didn't look to your face, ولكن ينظر إلى قلوبكم وأعمالكم. But He looks to your heart and to your works. التقوى ها هنا التقوى ها هنا التقوى ها هنا وأشار إلى صدره. Rasulullah said that التقوى is here, التقوى is here, التقوى is here, and he reflects to his heart. What is التقوى? Always we hear تقوى 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 إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم. What is taqwa? What is taqwa? It is something good. Yes. What is taqwa? Something we know it long time ago. But what is taqwa? I will ask you another question. What is technology? When you say technology, what is technology? Technology is when you have a theory, you make the theory something practical. You make this design real car. You make this scheme or a real building. Yani you transfer the theoretical into practical. And what is taqwa? Taqwa is the same word as technology. Maybe this is the first time you heard this. But this is my definition of taqwa. Taqwa is the same meaning of technology. How to change the text of the book and the text of the hadith to reality. Taqwa, in another word, to obey and fulfill the orders of Allah, what He asks you to do, and to stop what He asks you not to do. This is taqwa. In very brief and very short and very clear and very easy way. How I would like to be إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم, the best of you or the best in taqwa. How? So, how much you obey Allah? How is your percentage? Oh, I don't know. You don't know. We should know. We should observe ourselves. You know how much your account in the bank. You know how much gas in your car. You know how much you have in your credit. Everything we know. How is your percentage of taqwa? Oh, really, I don't know. Barakah. At the day of judgment, Allah will say, okay, you are from India, you are from Syria, you are Arab, you are Chicago, you are American citizen. Just go to the paradise. No one will. You can go to any country, but not to heaven. You know what? This is. We have to stop. We have to observe ourselves. We have to control our life. We have to put our faith nowadays in the first priority. In the first priority. I don't ask you to stop your life. Go to your business, do your best, do to your clinic, to your office, to your do your best, but only just small thing. Connect to him. With connecting to him, everything is useful. Without connecting to him, everything is useless. This phone has 100 apps. If I have Wi-Fi, give you what you would like, maps, movies, news, everything. If the Wi-Fi disconnect, I have the appearance of the app. You see Google, you see YouTube, but all of this is what? Useless. This is the reality of Muslim today. We have the app of the prayer, but it is connectless. We have the app of taqwa, but it is connectless. We have all the apps of Umrah, of Hajj, of everything, but it needs just a small thing to connect to Wi-Fi. Not with T-Mobile, not with AT&T, to connect the Wi-Fi with Allah. I will tell you a very small story from the reality of the Prophet and Sahaba to understand this connection. One time, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam entered his mosque and he found one of his companions praying. And before he finishing his prayer, make dua. He said, Allahumma inni as'aluka. I will say the dua, I will translate it later. Allahumma inni as'aluka ya Allah. Al-Ahad, As-Samad, الذي لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد إلا تغفر لي ذنوبي إنك أنت الغفور الرحيم. فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قد غفر له قد غفر له قد غفر له. Now I said the hadith and translated. Rasulullah entered the mosque. There is one of his companions pray. He finished his prayer. Before he said salam, he made dua. He said, Allahumma, O Allah, inni as'aluka. I ask you, Ya Allah. I ask you, Ya Allah. Al-Ahad. Al-Ahad, that he is the one. Al-Ahad, As-Samad. He is the one we ask him everything. Al-Ahad, As-Samad. Alladhi lam yalid. He didn't born, he didn't
beget.
لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. Nothing like him or similar to him. إلا تغفر لي ذنوبي. To forgive my sins. إنك أنت الغفور الرحيم. You are the all forgiven, the all merciful. This is what he sent. He sent the message. And Rasulullah said, قد غفر له قد غفر له قد. Allah forgive him. Allah because Rasulullah stand near him? No. Rasulullah witness. Rasulullah see the message and see the answer of the message. This is the way of connection. It's very simple. Connection to Allah. He make his dua faithfully. He make his dua from pure heart. He make, if anyone, small child, send a message and there is a Wi-Fi, the message will go or not. No, Rayyan is small. He will not. The message will not go. Someone should be over 15 or 50 until no. If there is a Wi-Fi, so you see how this is the connection. And Rasulullah directly get the answer, and he said, "قد غفر له, قد غفر له, قد غفر له." Now I will say the dua. You will say the dua after me, and you should memorize this dua. And it is al-ikhlas. You know al-ikhlas? قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. Most of the dua is from this. So دخل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إلى المسجد وكان رجلا بآخر الصلاة فدعا اللهم إني أسألك يا الله الأحد الصمد الذي لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد أن تغفر لي ذنوبي إنك أنت الغفور الرحيم. Can anyone say that? اللهم إني أسألك يا الله الأحد الصمد الذي لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد أن تغفر لي ذنوبي إنك أنت الغفور الرحيم. We will take a break now, and inshallah we will come, and I wish Allah will forgive all our sin. I hope that. والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة. We forget to open the next slide. I got a message too, but I don't want to disturb you. In the middle, I got a message.
I'm going to start asking questions.
No, that's beautiful. Do what? It's from Allah.
I'll change it.
اللهم إني أسألك
إني أسألك
يا
يا
الله
الله الأحد الصمد الذي لم يلد
ولم يولد
ولم يكن له كفوا
I don't need
أحد
to take the
أن
time.
تغفر لي ذنوبي إنك
أن تغفر لي ذنوبي إنك أنت الغفور الرحيم. And Rasulullah said, قد غفر له قد غفر له قد غفر
What
له.
does it mean? قد غفر له?
Allah forgive him already. Allah forgive him. يعني answer his question, answer his.
by our choice.
You know what? We start with أدعوني أستجب لكم, and this is an answer to أدعوني.
Yes. And also I heard, I saw a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam with these same words. And he said,
Writing
whoever
is so bad,
says
you're not
this,
gonna get it.
he said, this is the Ismul A'zam. And whoever says this, their dua is mustajab.
اللهم إني أسألك يا الله
There is many of the الاسم الأعظم. Cannot make sure that this is something different.
This one, Sheikh.
The day's hard.
Ya Allah,
Just
I ask you
by the
that
fact
you اللهم إني أستغفرك أنك أنت الله لا إله إلا أنت الأحد الصمد.
Something canceled, you go here.
He didn't mention anything about it.
He said, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, you have asked Allah by the name which is such that you ask it by he supplicated by it in response.
Yeah, but he didn't say this is a great thing. There are many names if you ask Allah. Yeah. There are a lot of you know, connection. This is any name you ask Allah will respond with the connection. But this is what we are working on. The connection, the zikr. This is what we do. Allah, he looks also.
How do you look like a Sahib? There is a look. It's a particular personality. So two Sahibs are better than one.
you would like to
We are starting.
sometimes I make a lot of
Guys,
things. So if there is any question or any not clear,
I'm not gonna ask.
yeah.
no. If
One
there is
question
no,
per-
no. If I found this, yeah. If I change it to later. So if something not clear, ask. Don't.
There's more. You think today I was thinking it's snowing, who will show up? We have Allah. Don't
It's because of
predict.
snow, everybody's here, they can't do it.
Maybe that.
It's a good
Then it's
vision.
snow every
That's an
Sunday.
optimistic way to look at it.
So then we make dua for now.
Anyone can say the dua. We said that.
Yes, read it.
Yeah.
Allahumma inni as'aluka ya Allah al-ahad as-samad alladhi lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad.
So now, if you separate Allahumma inni as'aluka, so if we start Ya Allah,
Ya Allah
Al-Ahad,
al-ahad
As-Samad,
as-samad
الذي لم يلد
alladhi lam yalid
ولم يولد
wa lam yulad
ولم يكن له كفوا أحد
wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad.
أن تغفر لي
أن تغفر لي
ذنوبي كلها.
ذنوبي كلها.
So, يعني if you said, I ask you, Ya Allah, Al-Ahad, يعني إنا نسألك, I ask you, يعني I ask you, Ya Allah, Al-Ahad, As-Samad, الذي لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد, أن تغفر لي, to forgive all my sins, أن تغفر لي ذنوبي كلها. Any volunteer to say it? Now it's easy. Mix English and Arabic accepted. Yeah. Oh Allah, I ask you, Ya Allah.
Just a small question. Like when we're learning these duas, I don't really feel a lot of emotion when I say it in Arabic. So is it okay to say it in English? Like, is there any less reward if you don't say it in Arabic? Because I feel more connected to Allah
okay.
when I speak in my language.
Let me talk in two ways. Dua, you can say it in any language, because dua is a kind of feeling,
Right.
between you and Allah. This dua, I would like to be in Arabic for main reason. What is the main reason I want this dua in Arabic?
It has the Quran.
There's no proper translation in other language. What is in Arabic?
Because really, if you don't feel this dua, that means you don't feel Surah Al-Ikhlas. And Surah Al-Ikhlas, Rasulullah said it's considered as 1 to 3 of the Quran. And it's very short. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ. You know what? If you don't feel, that means you don't feel for this dua especially, I want someone to feel it in, because before this we have to feel Surah Al-Ikhlas, and as I said, Surah Al-Ikhlas is third of Al-Quran. Why Surah Al-Ikhlas is third of Quran? And when Rasulullah said that this ayah like the half of the Quran, this ayah like the why? And Surah Al-Ikhlas is just 2 lines. Why it's like third of Quran? Because it's talking about very, very important topics. What is it? Unity of God. Unity of God. And this is our big problem nowadays. Unity of God. There are a lot of people believe in God, but the unity of God, this is what we insist. And you know what? There is some people don't have the unity in public, but there are a lot who don't have this unity in their heart. and this is what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. There is a clear shirk and there is a hidden shirk. What is the hidden shirk? I say in my tongue, oh la ilaha illallah, but my deeds didn't reflect that.
I'm sorry to disturb you. Just wanted to clarify what Brother asked you about the question about saying the dua in another language or Arabic while he's praying the salah. I think that from the fiqh
No, not to bring the
from
salah.
just
He said dua
In general.
in general.
in general, so not in salah.
Not in
Because
salah.
the hadith
Yeah.
refers to the person praying
In salah.
in salah,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it has to be in Arabic. It can't be in another language.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
salah is
yeah,
not
in
void,
salah,
right?
yeah, in the salah, but in public, in general, he can say dua in any language.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but in salah it's something different. Dua, but this dua, I said this dua especially because it reflects the al-ikhlas. I prefer to do it in the language. That means also to understand the ikhlas, to feel the surah of ikhlas. You know, something. There is no translation. Quran, there is no translation for Quran. There is explanation in Quran. It's not translation. The people mix between. They say don't understand the difference between the word Quran and the word Mus'haf. What is the difference between word Quran and word Mus'haf? Quran is one. It is the word Allah revealed to Prophet Muhammad. It is one. There is no your Quran and my Quran, and there is no Quran in English and Quran in Hindu and Quran in French. No, the Quran is one. We have Mus'haf. We say the red Mus'haf and Mus'haf. We have singular and plural. We say Masahif. But Quran, there is no plural. There is no Qara'in. Some people make mistake. He said Qara'in. No, there is no. The Quran is only one. You know, and this is in the chest, still in the chest. Now we compare what we have on the book to what we have in the chest till now. Yeah, some people say, oh, maybe someone will play with them. Okay, it's not a matter of book. Till now, it's a matter of chest. It is what in the heart. Thank you for it. Okay. Any other question?
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
You're saying that the Sahaba said this dua during in Salah. Do we know where in Salah?
When he make this dua?
Where in Salah, yeah.
You can sajda.
Yeah, he make this dua before he say salam.
After
Yani after he finished everything, he say at the end of his prayer. And this is mentioned in the hadith that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered the mosque and there is a man at the end of his prayer. And at the end when he said everything and then he make this dua. And there are many ad'iyah at this time. One of them, Rabbi ighfir li wa li walidayya, Rabbi irhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira. It's the same meaning. Ask forgiveness to me and my father, and Allah mercy them as they educate me when I was a child. Yeah. What if someone make dua in prayer without mentioning the word in different language?
I think that's okay.
Yeah, in his heart is okay. He makes sujood and he make dua. You make dua in your heart
anyway we want.
in any way you.
But that's
In some madhahib, you say if you say that this, and also in some madhahib, if you make a dua outside the Quran, will break your prayer. Also in Arabic, if you do it, but you should because they consider this is a kind of talking, and talking corrupt the prayer. It's a kind of, I said, if we say madhahib, that means it's opinion at the end.
Their opinion.
It's their opinion about this and about, but okay, their opinion is respected because they are the high level of understanding. And but if you have different opinion from them, you can take what is.
What is the ruling for that? When you have multiple opinions, you take what is easy for you?
No, really. Now you have to follow.
We do.
Now you have two things. You are the man who understand how they take this ahkam, and that means you are a scholar in a subject. We call it usul al-fiqh. We have fiqh. Fiqh is what is in a prayer, and we have usul al-fiqh. Usul al-fiqh, the fundamentals of fiqh. How the ai take this hukm, how Abu Hanifa make this, how Shaf. This is so if you know the usul al-fiqh and know the discussion and know, you can choose now. But if you don't know, you have to ask and to follow. By the way, there are some things today they couldn't do it in one madhab. Yani today you couldn't make pilgrimage in one madhab. It's impossible. You have to take from, yeah, you have to take from, and this is how to, but you know, not someone to choose what he, to understand what is the fundamental of this.
There is a hadith that dua where after you stand up from the ruku, like hamdan kathiran tayyiban. And also there's a dua between two sujood when you stand up. There's a bit,
Yeah.
there's a problem. There's a hadith for that, right?
Yeah.
So it's recommended to do the dua in those places other than your regular salah.
I think, as I said, there is an opinion. And when you go to opinions, you will find there is an opinion for everything.
Multiple opinions.
Yeah, and you know what we have to understand, that the different situation, they were in a situation that any author make a book, the ruler at that time will put his book and will put gold in the other side. Gold, you know, and the books at that time is very heavy. I have some books from that age. Very every book is 20 pounds, and very heavy. So they give gold. So this is to encourage the people for science. So they a lot of books everywhere and that. But now it's a little bit different. We have to choose what we need, what we urgent, how to save our time, and how to go for what is important. We have something is more important now. Fiqh is easy. The small child know how to pray, but we need how to connect to Allah. We need how to be our prayer. If Abu Bakr and small child pray, the appearance is the same, ruku' and sujood, but the reality is different. This is what we need to elevate and upgrade. As I said before, we need to connect to Allah. And one of the most important way of connection is what Allah mentioned in the Quran. Allah mentioned in the Quran, "Uzkuruni azkurkum." Mention me, I will mention you. Make dhikr to me, I will make dhikr to you. And this connection to Allah is the base and the fundamental of Iman. If I said, fundamental, not Islam, Iman. We have today a lot of Muslim, but we have very few mu'min. قالت الأعراب آمنا. Allah described a group of people, they call Arab, the Bedouins. They say, we are believer. And Allah answered them, you are not. You are not. We witness La ilaha illallah and Muhammad. Yes. قالت الأعراب آمنا قل لم تؤمنوا. You are not believer. ولكن قولوا أسلمنا. But say we are Muslim. What we are waiting until to be believer. ولما يدخل الإيمان في قلوبكم. When the faith enter your heart, now you start to be now you enter the school of the faith, the school of Iman. And this school of Iman, Allah explained it in the Quran. And one of the base of the Iman, which is Dhikrullah Azza wa Jal, which is feeling the name of Allah in your heart. Allah said, إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ الَّذِينَ إِذَا ذُكِرَ اللَّهُ وَجِلَتْ قُلُوبُهُم. The believer are only when you mention the name of Allah, their heart is trembling. The light is only make the darkness go away. So if there is a light, that means, is there any darkness? Stay in. No. So it's a fact. It's a fact. So the believer, they have a fact. What is this fact? When you mention the name of Allah, his heart is trembled. Someone said, really, my teacher, I didn't understand this ayah. I said, how old are you? He said, 40. I said, did you fall in love one time in your life? Okay, be honest. He said, yes. When did that take place? 20 years ago. Okay, Allah forgive, but 20 years ago. What is her name? Alexandra. Okay. When they mentioned the name of Alexandra at that time, what's happening to your heart? He said, trembling. I said, now, this is what I want. But when we mention the name of Allah, now all of you are expert in dhikr Allah. I guarantee that all of you are now expert. Just now, I want to close our eyes, to mention the name of Allah in our heart, and to tremble at least in the same way in the old ages in our life. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم يا مفتح الأبواب ويا